guys, hope you guys are doing well. As you guys can see, we're no longer doing, I got a tripod here, just to kind of help with the cooking a bit. So I got some stuff set up. So today we're making some homemade Pop-Tarts. I know, right? For those of you who don't know, this was like the best thing ever, and I still think it is. I've had Pop-Tarts since I was like a kid, and what can I say? It's gonna be interesting since I've never made Pop-Tarts homemade before. But what you guys are gonna need for this is 2.5 cups of flour. Has to be 2 teaspoons of kosher salt or salt, whatever you have, 4 teaspoons of sugar, and 2 sticks of cold butter. And all we're gonna do, typically they do want this to be in a food processor, so if you have one, this will be a lot easier for you to do than myself. This is kind of my little treat for my birthday, since today is my birthday. Thank you for anybody that's said happy birthday to me today. I figured I would do a cooking video since I haven't done one in a while. But all we're going to do is just pretty much combine this all together. I'm going to cube all this butter up. So it should be 2 sticks of butter cubed up. We're just going to mash it till it's about fine, really fine. Actually, see if I still have it. Okay, I'll have to look in my drawer here. Sorry. But this baby, what this does is it's gonna make my life a little easier. It's pretty much like a dough cutter, really, in a sense of it. But this is gonna help us kind of mash up the butter since it's chilled a lot easier. I mean, they're a little warm, but that's okay. And all I'm gonna do is This will probably take me a little longer than I would like, but that's why I said, if you got a food processor, this will take you literally probably a lot less time than me. Because I do not have one. But yeah, it's been 29 years I've been on this earth, huh? I guess that's been kind of a crazy. This year's kind of been interesting. At least I can say about it. You want the clumps to be about, the butter to be about pea size, but if you can get it any finer than that, that's also fine. I'm just gonna move these out of the way because I keep on hitting them. That's good. Actually, man, that's feel a little smaller. Turn your oven to 300. You can actually get that going. No, not 350, 300. This is just to preheat my oven. So we get this ready to go. Should look something like this. You can go smaller than this, but this is about as good as I'm gonna get it by hand without spending the next like hour just doing that. Alright. Then all we really need, this is where we normally put everything into a bowl normally after you blend everything. So all you really need is, that's a third cup, I need a third cup. Half cup out here of cold water. And yeah, that's pretty good. And now we're just gonna mix pretty much. I'm gonna use a spatula just to help. I'm only gonna add not all of it at once, but you know, good amount to kind of get it started. And just slowly add more. Might actually need to add more. The recipe calls for half a cup. Yeah, that doesn't seem very doughy. So we're gonna add more. Alright, well, I've added about a cup of water. And that seems to do the trick. It's not super doughy, super wet, but that's okay. Obviously, like everybody else, we don't need to knead this very much with this dough. We might have to add more water, but we did put like a cup in. But we'll see. I'm just gonna knead this out, see if oh yeah, we don't need to add any water. That's good. So about a cup. But like I said, the recipe calls for half a cup, but I'd probably do about a cup. And like I said, you don't need to really knead the dough a whole lot for this one. Until it's about It should be nice and silky smooth. But with this one, I don't think that's going to happen. I'm going to put this into a bowl for now with some plastic wrap to cover. So we're just going to let that sit for now. And then we're going to work on our filling. That's kind of why I got our oven going already, just to kind of get it ready to go. Set that to the side for now. And you can use frozen or fresh strawberries, or any kind of berry, or none. You can use chocolate or whatever for our filling. These have been sitting out for like a couple days, so that's kind of also why I'm doing this. Disaster. Pretty much we're going to use this whole bag, pretty much, a whole bag. That's all of it. Get this on about medium high heat. We're gonna add our some sugar. And before you ask, yes, I know strawberries already have sugar in it, but why am I adding more sugar? We're gonna kind of make this into like a jam, sort of. It's gonna be like a jam, in a sense. Add some lemon juice, or fresh lemon juice, whatever you got. Don't need a whole lot. And all I need is this. And add a bit of water too, kind of get that going. Now we're just going to do is mash the strawberries, pretty much. Since they've been sitting out for a couple more days than normal, they're super easy just to smush. Now you could get away with putting this into a strainer and straining it if you wanted to, but all you're really doing is this is just filling, so you want most of that strawberry nice. Alright, pretty much everything's set, really. It doesn't take super long to do the jam, the filling, really. It's kind of liquidy, so kind of gotta. You might go ahead and strain it a bit. So I want to save some of that. Obviously this doesn't do much, but this is kind of more your filling here. Save the strawberries because the liquid you can use for pancakes or whatever, or syrup, really. If you wanted to make a syrup with it, you can. Now that our dough has been sitting for a while, you want it to sit for about 15 minutes, but makes no sense for us to wait 15 minutes since we already got everything done already. But you want this to rest for at least 15 minutes. So, this is pretty much actually already ready to go. I'll grab my rolling bin here. You can use a rolling pin, a wine bottle, or whatever you have available to you. That's the last bit of that flour. All I'm just going to do is should be more than enough. Any bigger, I'm gonna need I'm gonna have to take it to a bigger kitchen, aka my work. Now comes the fun part. I'm gonna actually use this bad boy. I haven't used this since culinary school, but you want this to be about a rectangle, pretty much. That's about the best I can say that. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start from corners here, and kinda, let's say about 6 inches should be good. And I'm just going to cut down. That's just to kind of get the edge out of the way. And then I'm going to just do about the same. Just 2 of these. Obviously, I can probably make about 5 if not more. So, that's exactly what I'm going to do. All I'm just going to do is that was kind of just to help get started. Yeah, must be 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's like 8 o'clock in the morning right now. And then I'm just gonna leave pretty much whatever we don't use. I'm just gonna use right now I got about one here, that's 2 here. Well, I'm gonna mostly use this one because this one's kind of more accurate measurement. About, oh, that one actually turned out perfect, actually. That's kind of the funny part about doing doughs like this, is if you do it just right, you can actually use another piece of dough to do your measurements. So if you're a little bit off, it's okay. This one's sticking to mine. This one's got stuck a bit because it got wet. Ooh. Now I'm actually using that little corner piece. Okay, so got 1, 2, 3, 4. This. Let's go use this one. Access. Bing. Good. Let's see. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. Take this extra gold. I'm just gonna re-roll it out. That way I can kind of get that last bit of dough out of it, because I don't want any dough to go to waste. Now, most people would be like, well, why are you not going to waste it? Well, if you've been working in the kitchen restaurant industry like me for the last few years, you kind of want to use every last penny as much as possible. You know, obviously, you know, I'm not going to sell them. You know, like for strawberries, for example, I wouldn't sell moldy strawberry, obviously, or a strawberry that's gone bad. No. But if it's still like good and still edible, you know, I'm gonna use it. That's kind of my logic. That gives us 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. That's where we're going to cut our losses. I'm pretty sure I could probably do more, but well, we'll try. Should say I'll at least try. Get 1, 2 more out of this if I can. Never mind. That's garbage. But that's pretty much me being me at this point. And now that's all done and over with. We're gonna obviously add our filling, aka our strawberries. And then we're gonna get these wet with a brush to seal them. And then we'll put them in the oven. I'm gonna grab my baking sheet actually. So that's prepped and ready to go. Might get a little flour on there. I'm gonna actually grab some parchment paper. I like to add a little oil to my pan. Cut off any excess edges off. In there, your pan. This won't come off. It won't fly over all over the place. That's ready to go. Take on our, well, since this one's already wet, might as well use this one as the bottom. Grab our pastry brush and grab small glasses here, fill it up with water because we don't need a whole lot. This one's going to be, this side not be wet. Just do little dabs of water on the bottom. Take good amount. I'm doing about like small, about spoonful will do. Take your dough, your other dough, set that down. Now you could go a little lighter if you want. I would probably say do you go a little lighter actually, because you don't want, pretty much you don't want it to want it to be filled, but you don't want it to be falling out, pretty much. And all we're gonna do is gently press on the bottoms, like so. If you want to get real fancy, we're gonna go like this. Gonna just smush it down. Boop, 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 boop. I'm not going very I'm not, pressing very hard on it. Shit, you place that down in your pan. And pretty much rinse and repeat the process. I forgot to wet this one. That's okay, that can be our control one. This one can be our tester. Now we could do like a icing on these, but since we're using strawberries and they already have sugar in them, I'm not gonna add any icing on these. Just because I want it to be sweet, but also it's already sweet enough. I don't need to add any more sugar. But that is an option that you guys can do as well. You guys can make your own icing. And if you lose a little bit of your filling, it's not the end of the world, because I'm also losing some. As well. So, if you don't, see, I can fit probably the last three in here. If I do this right, I have to do these and this. There we go. That should be good. And if you have leftover strawberries by the end, obviously you could also make more of the dough and whatnot. You could also double it just to get rid of your strawberry filling. but I'll probably end up munching on it if I have any extra. Because I like strawberries. That's kind of how things go. And we should be able to fit this last one on here. Okay. That's the last bit of it. Can't forget to tap this. I mean, a little too late, but that's alright. This up, that in, there we go. And I do have a bit extra left over, so the measurements might be a little bit off, so I'll probably say do like half a bag, because recipe calls for 32 ounces and that was 32 ounces and I still have extra. I could put it on top too, for funsies at the end. But we're gonna pop open our oven. Should be already nice and ready to go. This is gonna take about 30 to 35 minutes to cook, so we'll be back after that 30 minutes or so. So, see you in a bit. Alright guys, we're back. So, I let it cook for an extra 5 minutes, obviously. But these should be nicely done. I'm gonna take these out. Should grab my spatula here actually. We're gonna let these sit on a cooling rack to cool. And pretty much what you want to look for is the bottom should be nice and golden brown. Or at least slightly golden, like this, pretty much. Sorry, gotta pull it up like that. They smell good. I'll say that. They smell good. They kind of smell like biscuits, pretty much. That's the best way I can say that. We're gonna let these sit and cool for a bit. For now. Bam. So, that's actually, this will probably be it since all we're doing is letting these cool down. And I did double check the recipe, so it should be 16 ounces of strawberries, not 32. But that was, I believe, I gotta check. Yep, that was 16 ounces. That whole bag was 16 ounces. So I would probably do half a bag of strawberries, or if you're using fresh strawberries, I'd do like probably like half a pint of strawberries, fresh strawberries, if you're using that. And for the dough, it should sit out for at least 2 hours covered with plastic wrap, but as you guys could tell, it didn't really do much. It didn't really affect it by getting it going sooner than that. So you guys could probably do it pretty much how I did it there. I just wanted to clarify that, but it should be 16 ounces of strawberries. I'm thinking the other recipe, because the other recipe that we're gonna do, we're gonna also be making tarts for the, another cooking video. So I thought 32, because 16, I'll make 32. Yeah. But anyways, that's for a different video. We got probably two more cooking videos coming around. One of them I just kind of mentioned. Another one we're gonna do is pretty much chicken, pretty much another pasta dish. It's pretty much kind of like the one we kind of did. It's just more, it has more cheese in it. More like a garlic parm, more like a garlic cheese sauce. That's the best way I can say that. Just for funsies. So we're gonna go ahead. They've been sitting here for a little bit. Those are piping on actually. So for now, thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. It does help a whole lot. Also, a huge shout out to Razer for sponsoring me doing these for the cooking for the gaming channel side of things. Thank you guys so much. And obviously, you know, I can't just say thank you to them. I have like 2 others, as well as another 2 possibly coming. We'll possibly have like 5 sponsorships pretty soon, but I kind of have to look into those a bit more, because obviously I want to make sure it kind of aligns with the gaming channel. Other than that, guys, huge shout out to Razer, obviously. Thank you for all your guys' support for this channel and the gaming channel. Typically around this time of year, obviously I'm usually working. Usually I don't get to make videos like this sometimes, or I do a stream most of the time. But this year I decided to actually go and actually have my birthday this year. just because, um, you know, I don't mind streaming on my birthday. It's nothing against anybody else. It's just that, you know, after the many years of support, it just comes to realize that, you know, I want to be able to spend my day enjoying myself and people I'm around, people, my loved ones, and friends and family, and so on and so forth. And I just wanted to say, my dad normally doesn't have messages for you guys. Normally he doesn't, but he wanted me to tell you guys thank you for all your guys' support over the years, whether you've been on the gaming channel or this channel. We're coming around a year on this channel, actually. We're getting closer. It won't be, we got a couple months yet, but we're getting pretty close. Not very close, but getting closer, I should say. But thank you guys for all the love and support you guys have shown me throughout the years, supporting this channel as well as the gaming channel as well. And you know, a lot of this wouldn't be done without you guys. A lot of it. So all the donations, pretty much literally all your guys' donations go towards this channel or pretty much other people. Just to, you know, help those that are in need. So, with that being said, what I would essentially like to do for this channel, for the cooking channel, I would essentially like to get pretty much a cooking website set up for the channel, and you guys can actually order stuff from me and I make the food for you. Obviously, with your guys' consent, I will have to, obviously there won't be any names involved, obviously, but for my own personal safety, you know, my name will have to be censored, as well as yours, so don't worry, it works both ways. But that's something that I kind of wanted to bring up to you guys, see what you guys thought. That will, essentially what that would involve is, obviously, I will have to make the website, obviously, and come up with some kind of package design. Obviously, I have a couple ideas of what I'm looking for, because obviously I want these to be sent out. These, whatever, it's mostly gonna be desserts though, because obviously, like, fresh meals and stuff, they get cold and whatnot, so like I'd rather give you guys like cakes and, you know, cookies, stuff like that. Obviously I will be doing videos for that stuff as well, obviously, as long as that's okay. Obviously names will be censored out for video purposes, obviously, or I'll just refer you to alias, obviously, just to kind of keep yourself keep it private. But that is something that's kind of been on my mind lately, and I wanted to get your guys' input on that, because it would require quite a lot of donations. I'm not gonna lie, you know. but essentially, you know, if this works out, this website works out, you know, I won't have to really rely on the donations so much. Because obviously, yeah, you guys will have to pay me to do your desserts. I'm just gonna say that now. Obviously, you know, I know there's plenty of other people that do this kind of stuff, but I just, like I said, I want to get you guys some input on that, and see what you guys think about it, because obviously this doesn't just affect me, this also affects you guys as well, you know, and whatever you guys think, you know, I'll respect your guys' opinion and go from there. But anyways, see ya.